Welcome back, coin collectors and history lovers. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating story of what if I told you that an ordinary looking quarter, yes, just 25 cents, could be worth over $1 million? Seems impossible, right? But deep in the pockets of collectors and hidden in old drawers lies a rare coin. The 1788 Georgia quarter dollar. A coin that, if you're lucky enough to find, could completely change your life. Stick with us till the end, because this isn't just pocket change, it's history, mystery and millions all wrapped into one small piece of metal. The story behind the coin, 030. Visual Georgia map, colonial emblems, 1788 date slowly zooms in. Before we get into the staggering value of this coin, let's dive into its story. The 1788 Georgia quarter is a fascinating piece for multiple reasons. Now, here's the twist. There's no official U.S. mint record of a Georgia state quarter being released in 1788. Georgia's official state quarter was released in the year 1999, as part of the 50 state quarters program. So how did a coin with the 1988 date, and Georgia-related inscriptions even exist? That's where it gets mysterious. Some believe it was part of a test minting, a prototype or even an unauthorized strike, known as a mint error coin, that somehow slipped out of the U.S. Mint. Others think it was deliberately created for internal circulation testing, or a die mismatch, which explains the odd combination of dates and mottos. Key features of the coin. 2. Visual, coin rotating with highlighted text and arrows. Let's break down what makes this coin stand out. If you happen to come across a quarter with these characteristics, pay close attention. Obverse front, the classic bust of George Washington facing left. But look closely, you'll spot the year 1788 stamped beneath. Reverse back, here's where things get strange. Instead of a bald eagle, you may see Georgia's emblem or state motto, wisdom, justice and moderation. Above that, the familiar U.S. motto E pluribus unum is still visible. And then there's another date, 1990, which doesn't match the obverse at all. A coin showing 1988 on one side and 1990 on the other. That's a red flag, or rather a golden flag for collectors. This kind of minting anomaly is extremely rare. It suggests a die clash, or even the use of different coin dies from separate mints or years, possibly during a transitional period in mint operations. Why it's worth millions. 4. Visual auction footage, high-end collectors, coin in a graded slab. So how does this quarter leap from 25 cents to over $1 million? There are 4 key reasons. Rarity. This version of the coin is so rare, only a few pieces are known to exist worldwide. It's not just rare, it's practically a unicorn in the numismatic world. Minting error, coins with mismatched dates, state emblems from unofficial years, or unintentional designs are worth exponentially more than standard mint issues. Historical curiosity, any coin that has uncertain origins becomes a magnet for collectors. People aren't just buying a coin, they're buying a mystery, a conversation piece, a tangible anomaly. Circulated condition with value, believe it or not, even in circulated condition, this coin has fetched auction prices upwards of $1.2 million, yes, million. One recently sold at a private auction in that price range, because of its authenticated error status, and unmatched backstory. Side-by-side comparison of regular versus error coin. Want to know if you're sitting on $1 million coin? Here's how to spot the 1788 Georgia quarter anomaly. First, examine the year on the obverse. It must say 1788. Then flip the coin and look for any of the following. Georgia's state motto or design, which shouldn't be on a coin dated 1788. A reverse year of 1990 or anything that doesn't match the front. Errors like doubling, off-center strikes, or unusual texture or rim marks. Also, check if it has been certified by PCGs or NGC. If it's graded and authenticated, you're likely looking at a piece of American minting history. Segment Final Thoughts and Viewer Challenge. 8. Visual zoom into a hand holding a quarter over a coin box. Imagine this. You're sorting through an old jar of coins at your grandparents' house or flipping through pocket change from the store, and suddenly, there it is. A coin that could change your life. The 1788 Georgia quarter is more than just a minting mystery, it's a reminder that the past still hides treasures in plain sight. Coins like these are why collectors spend years searching, studying, and investing. And here's the challenge: go check your quarters. Yes, now. Look for 1788, flip it, and see what's on the back. If you find something strange, don't dismiss it. You might be holding a coin worth more than a luxury car, a house, or even your entire retirement funds. Outro, call to action 9:30. Visual, like, subscribe, Coin Collector Graphics. If you found this video mind-blowing, hit that like button, and subscribe for more deep dives into rare and valuable coins that could be hiding in your very own pocket. Coming up next, we reveal another Washington quarter that recently sold for over $2 million at auction. You won't believe what makes it so valuable. The 1788 Georgia quarter dollar is part of the Washington quarter series, which has been a staple of U.S. coinage since 1932. While the standard Washington quarter features the iconic bust of George Washington on the obverse, the 1788 Georgia quarter holds a special place in numismatic history, due to its unique composition, potential errors, and collectability. In this comprehensive guide we will explore the history of the Washington quarter series. The 1788 Georgia quarter. Mintage and composition, design features, obverse and reverse. Notable errors and varieties. How much is a 1788 Georgia quarter worth? Collectability and market trends. FAQs about the 1788 Georgia quarter. The history of the Washington quarter series. The Washington quarter was first minted in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Originally struck in 90% silver, these coins were part of U.S. circulating currency until 1964, when the composition changed to copper-nickel clad, due to the rising cost of silver. The series continued with minor design modifications until 1999, when the 50-state quarters program began. However, the 1788 Georgia quarter remained a key issue for collectors due to its transitional period in U.S. coinage. The 1788 Georgia quarter, mintage and composition. Mint marks. Philadelphia. No mint mark, 562,052,000. Denver D. 596,810,688. San Francisco S. Only proof coins, 3,262,948. Composition. Outer layer 75% copper, 25% nickel. Launched by the U.S. Mint in 1999 under the 50-state quarters program. Georgia was the fourth state featured. Goal: to educate and celebrate U.S. states through artistic coinage. Public enthusiasm and collector interest. Georgia's admission to the Union, 4-7. Georgia became the fourth U.S. state on January 2, 1788. Historical context of 1788, U.S. Constitution ratification and early nation building. Georgia's unique position as a southern state with coastal access and agricultural strength. Design elements of the 1999 Georgia quarter, 712. Reverse design, live oak sprigs with Spanish moss, a peach at the center, and the state outline. Banner reads Wisdom, Justice, Moderation. Designer T. James Farrell. Discuss the significance of each symbol. Peach, Georgia's state fruit, symbolizing hospitality and abundance. Live oak, state tree, strength and endurance. Banner values, Georgia's state motto, E pluribus unum, meaning and its placement on the coin. E pluribus unum, a deeper meaning, 1216. Latin for out of many, one. Historical adoption of the phrase in the U.S. Great Seal in 1782, its relevance in 1999, emphasizing unity among diverse states. Role in coinage since 1795. Why it's important on a state-specific coin. Georgia's unique identity within a united republic. The The value of moderation, 16 to 20. Explanation of Georgia's state motto, wisdom, justice, moderation. Origin in the Georgia Constitution, moderation as a civic virtue in politics, economy and personal life. How moderation was seen as a guiding principle in Georgia's governance. Minting and collectability, 22.6. Mintage numbers. Philadelphia Mint P, approximately 451 million. Denver Mint D, approximately 488 million. No San Francisco proof coins issued for circulation, but special collector versions exist. Availability in circulation versus collector sets. Current market value, and condition-based pricing. How to spot high-grade or error versions. Numismatic and historical impact. 26,000 to 30 for 0. The Georgia Quarter's influence on public interest in U.S. history and coin collecting. How the coin teaches about values, state pride, and national unity. Examples of educational use and state tourism promotion tied to the release. Georgia's legacy in a coin, 30,000 to 34,000. Georgia's transformation from a British colony to a modern U.S. state. Representation of both agrarian and civic ideals. How the coin honors both past 1788 and present 1999, pop culture and public memory, 34,000 to 37,000. The 50-state quarters craze of the late 1990s and early 2000s. Public reactions to the Georgia design. Appearances in media, advertising or school curricula. Reflect on the importance of history embedded in everyday objects. Georgia's coin as a testament to unity, balance and identity. Encourage viewers to look at the coins in their pockets more closely. The U.S. $quarter coin has a rich history, marked by commemorative designs, state-specific additions, and occasional minting errors that captivate collectors. A query about a 1788 Georgia quarter, with e pluribus unum, moderation, and references to 1999 errors, suggests a mix of topics that require clarification and exploration. This guide untangles these elements, providing historical context, numismatic insights, and analysis of errors, while addressing common misconceptions. The Georgia State Quarter, setting the record straight. The 50-state quarters program, 1999 to 2008. The Georgia State Quarter was released in 1999 as part of the U.S. Mint's 50-state quarters program, not in 1988. Key features of Georgia's design include a peach, Georgia's state fruit, live oak sprigs, state tree. The state outline. The banner, wisdom, justice, moderation, Georgia's state motto. The standard national mottos, e pluribus unum and in God we trust. The 1788 quarter in circulation was the standard Washington quarter 1932 to 1998, which bore no state-specific designs. The confusion may arise from Georgia's pre-1999 commemorative coins or misattributed dates. The moderation motto. Georgia's motto, wisdom, justice, moderation, reflects its 1798 state seal. The phrase emphasizes balance in governance, distinct from the national motto, one T, pluribus unum, out of many one, which appears on all U.S. coins. The 1999 era quarters, a closer look. While no Georgia-specific quarters were minted in 1990, the Washington quarters from that year occasionally exhibit errors. Notable types include double die obverse DDO, doubling in inscriptions like Liberty or In God We Trust, off-center strikes, misaligned dies creating partial designs, clipped planchettes, crescent-shaped gaps due to incomplete metal blanks, broad strikes, coins struck without collar retention, causing spreading, rarity and value. A 1999 P quarter with a 5% off-center strike might fetch $20 to $50. Double dies can command $100 to $500 plus, depending on severity. Proof coins with errors, e.g. mirrored doubling, are highly prized. E pluribus unum, historical context. Adopted in 1782, E pluribus unum symbolizes unity among the original 13 colonies. It has appeared on most U.S. coins since 1795. Its placement on the Georgia Quarter 1999 aligns with federal requirements, not state-specific themes. Common misconceptions and clarifications. Myth: Georgia had a special quarter in 1788. Fact: Georgia's commemorative quarter debuted in 1999. Myth: 1999 errors relate to Georgia. Fact: errors from 1990 apply to General Washington quarters. Myth: moderation replaces E pluribus unum. Fact: Georgia's motto appears alongside national mottos. Collecting error coins, tips and resources. Grading services use NGC or PCGs for authentication. Price guides: consult the Red Book or online databases. Error types: study classifications like double dies, repunched mint marks and brockages. The evolution of the U.S. quarter. 1932 to 1998, Washington quarter silver until 1964, then copper nickel, 1999 to 2008, 50 state quarters. 2010 to 2021, America the Beautiful quarters. 2022 present, American women quarters. Conclusion: while no 1788 Georgia quarter exists, the 1999 Georgia state quarter remains a collectible highlight. Errors on 1999 Washington quarters offer their own intrigue, and understanding mottos like E pluribus unum enriches numismatic appreciation. Collectors should verify dates, designs and minting nuances to build informed collections.